Hey guys, this is Robert Roach, Bass on the Fly, North Carolina. Working on my Pro 195 tracker that I just purchased back in July. I wanted to do a trolling rig for the back of the boat, but I didn't want to alter the boat in any way. Been mulling over ideas and just coming up with different designs, and I finally came up with a design today that I think I like. Won't know until I actually put it on the lake and try it out, but we're going to go through and build it together and let you see what I've used and kind of give you an idea for a trolling mount that you don't have to alter your boat in any way or screw into your boat. It's just going to be using the seat pedestal as the main mounting placement. I'm gonna get started. I've got somebody holding the camera for me, so appreciate your patience, and we'll try to get this done and do it quick and show you how it looks after we're finished. We're using Schedule 40 PVC 2-inch mostly. I do have a support piece. One of these pieces I'm not going to use. I don't remember which one is the 1-inch pieces that I don't remember which length I used. So I marked both, and I'll let you know during the video which one I end up using. Using 4 single Ys. They're called Ys, W-Y-E. If you're looking on Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that and you're picking these up, they're called Ys, W-Y-E. Everything is 2-inch by 2-inch. I did put a small spacer in here. I will show what that's for here in a little bit. When I start building this thing and putting it together, I'll let you see what that does. Also, we wanted a little extra support at the base of this so that it had just a little more rigidity. I added a 1-inch cap basically, and I drilled a hole in the center, and I ran a stainless steel screw through and flat washers on both sides. I had to grind the flat washers down so they would fit inside, but I was able to get these inside, the screw through the middle. It's supported really well on both sides. It's not going to go anywhere. I did the same thing on this double Y, exactly the same design, and you'll see how I tie this in here in just a few. It's bolted through. I'm using a 1/4-20 stainless steel with quarter-inch fender washers. I've got, for the tie-in for that 1-inch support, 3/4 45 and just a single coupling here, and then that one piece of pipes. One of those pieces of pipe will be what I use. So I'm going to start building the main frame, and we'll put in that tie piece here in just a minute. Bear with me. I'm going to get these off my boat. I'm not going to glue on my boat. Hey man, bring it on down here. Excuse me guys.
How's this?
Yeah. All right guys, sorry for that. I had a delivery come in, some fishing lures that I ordered. All right, let's get started. The piece with the extra collar in the base, that's going to be for the actual direct piece that goes on the bottom of the seat pedestal. And then I have another piece that goes on top here that will fill up the rest of the seat pedestal, and I put a shim in there just to kind of take up some space. So I'm going to start with this piece and this piece. I know what these are the outside pedestals here and here. There. 9.5. 2 6s go. This 9.5 goes on top of the pedestal. Correct. I'm gonna go dry fit this real quick just to make sure I'm right. Don't want to make a mistake gluing this together, because once it's done, it's done. All right. I may be right with 13 for a minute. That's not it either, is it? Or maybe it is. I'm just dry fitting to make sure I don't make a mistake. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Looks right. All right, I got it from here. That's the pieces I needed to know. All right, let me go figure out which one of these junction pieces go where. All right, now that I know which ones go exactly where. Did you get that? I'm not wearing it yet.
You're gonna have a lot of editing to do.
I know, be all right. I turned my glue over. The size that I ended up using was the 11¼ inches to put these two pieces together. To get this at the right angle, it's mounted at a specific spot on here so that everything sits just like it should. That way it comes off at, you know, parallel to the, or perpendicular to the uprights. Okay.
Need to title this video Fun with PVC.
You know what I didn't do?
You can glue that?
Nope.
Well, might not need to now.
I ain't gonna be able to, I don't believe. I'll probably just do this. Try to get a little bit down in there, you know. Should be fine. I made that mistake again. I'll put it back together. I didn't think I did those two, but I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. Feel kind of.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's actually the cleanest joint I made. Oh man. I don't know how I managed not to get that on me. Let's move up a little bit so I don't wear that completely. All right. I'm gonna start building from the inside out on one side and then flip it and do the other side.
Move in here and try to get the light a little better.
Alright guys, before I put these on, let's show you what I did with these. These are 2" with an 1.5" tee off tee, and we drilled out the backside dead center so that when you basically look straight through, you'll have an open hole. You'll be able to see right through it, and you'll see what that's for here in just a second if you hadn't already figured it out. I'm setting these on about a 45-degree angle, maybe more like 30, going off toward the back of the boat, because you're going to see later we're going to use these as rod holders. Drop the rods right down in here, the butt will pop out the bottom, and it's going to hold our rods so that they can go straight off the back of the boat. With these, basically we're doing the same thing. I accidentally made a rod holder out of this, didn't even realize that if you flip it one way it works better than if you flip it the other. So as you see when I put it on, or if you come over here, you'll see if I line it up this way, you'll be able to drop a rod straight down in that tube, just like that. If I flip it the other way so that it works like this, your rod would be going straight out that side. You'd have to cut out somewhere in this area to get that rod to drop down in. So looking at it and said, hey, I can flip that around and I can make that work a different way. So we're going to use it just like this, and that way you can use this. Will make 4 rod holders, good for trolling off the back of the boat. At least we hope so. Should be done, should be lined up pretty good and straight. We're going to flip it to the other side and put the other side together. Might glue some leaves to it. Be all right. Pretty close.
Good.
All right. My dog over there eating grass. What are you doing, Addie? She's scared that wire's hot.
She said she don't want to be famous.
So guys, that's everything put together. I'm gonna give it a second to dry. I do not want to get glue on my boat in any blue form or purple. That stuff doesn't come out at all. I'm also going to put a shim in, I think a permanent shim in this tube here. That one there, once I get it where I want it, once I get it where I want it, I'm going to throw in a shim one of the cutouts that we cut out of one of the T's for the rod holder. I'm going to shove this down to take up some of the play in the pedestal at the top. At the bottom, there's a collar built onto the pedestal that is perfectly fit to a 2-inch pipe. So with that particular pedestal made by Springfield, with that collar, it's exactly 2 inches, the inside, or excuse me, the exact inside diameter of a 2-inch PVC pipe. Weighs maybe 25 pounds total, if that. And it just sits on just like that, and that's it. It's not pretty, but it's not bad. But the bonus to the whole thing, make sure I don't have any blue paint on my boots or anything. The bonus to the whole thing is you can still utilize your seat. It doesn't really get in the way. You can sit here and monitor rods. Another thing you can do, you can actually spin this. You have to take the seat off to reposition. But if you wanted to use it for catfishing or something else, you could actually spin this and use it off one side of the boat or the other. You could use it at an angle. It's not going to hit the motor, unless of course you got it way trimmed up. Then it might would hit. But other than that, it fits really well. I'm kind of going to let it sit here. We are going to add some tethers. I'm going to put some eye-rings here, and I'm going to use my cleats, and I'm going to come down with a cinch to where I can cinch down both corners to take out any wobble I have. That's good. As for front to back, once you put the seat on, there's really no front to back give, especially if somebody's sitting in it. I don't want to break fresh glue joints loose, but it's solid. So it'll hold the tension of you trolling. The only thing you're going to have is you may have a little play left to right. And that's why I'm going to tether to the cleats. Just put a piece of paracord or something down to the cleat, cinch it up, do both sides, get it level, tighten it up so that you don't have that play. Other than that, I think it'll work great. Got this thing put together. I wanted to show it with some rods in it, just to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like, what kind of spread you've got. You're clearing the motor. I think you'll have plenty of clearance out the back between the two middle. I spread those apart enough to where I think it'll work fine. I'm gonna have him show you up close how those rods drop through those middle T's, and that way you kind of get an idea. Ignore my old beat up reels. These are some from my stepdad and myself, and some probably older than that. But in general, we actually thought about putting some cup holders on this thing. But guys, I appreciate it. If you get a chance, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We really appreciate it. It's definitely going to help this channel. Thank you very much.